Thursday night, Pfizer CEO held a fireside chat in Chicago and invited media. News Nation attended. However, reporters were not allowed to ask their own questions, and no filming was allowed. The most recent video drop from Project Veritas coming only days after the release of another clip where Walker refers to Pfizer's research as directed evolution, calling COVID vaccines a cash cow. Pfizer responding on its website, vehemently denying those claims, but acknowledged that in a limited number of cases, its scientists altered the virus in order to test new mutations against its antiviral drug, Paxlovid.
Undercover video is making the rounds on social media from conservative watchdog group Project Veritas, claiming to show an alleged Pfizer executive admitting the company's COVID vaccine could have an effect on women's reproductive health. Correspondent Kelly Beeson is following the story. So, Kelly, what are we learning?
Well, Nicole, Project Veritas says the man talking in that video you referred to is Pfizer's director of research and development. And what he's saying is concerning, listing the reasons the vaccine could cause issues with women's menstrual cycles and even insinuating Pfizer doesn't know the long-term effects of the vaccine. Pfizer has not denied his position with the company or his credentials.
So, tell me more, like, what's developing with the whole, virus mutation process?
Well, they're still kind of conducting the experiments on it, but it seems like from what I've heard, they're kind of optimizing it, but it's going slow. They were very cautious,
Right.
Obviously, don't want to kind of accelerate it too much.
Yeah.
But I think they're also just trying to do it as an exploratory thing, because you obviously don't want to advertise that you're trying to figure out future mutations.
How would the research study be delayed for COVID stuff?
Well, not for COVID specifically. So, now we're basically focusing on mRNA beyond COVID. So, for a lot of our forward-looking research studies, you got to make sure they're on track and things like that.
So, what is RNA going to be used for in the future?
Lots of stuff, but I can't tell you because you can't release it.
Wait, why not? Oh, come on, I feel like there's, it's just going to be what, for flu, right?
It'll be for other things too. There's a whole list of things we're developing it for.
Bro.
Yeah, not just for viruses. So we're applying it for oncology. Well, I'm less certain about the oncology prospects, but we're doing it for gene editing.
Wow.
The portfolio has moved beyond, or at least internally, our focus areas have moved beyond COVID.
Yeah.
Now they have a dedicated COVID mRNA team who just keeps an eye on that.
Right.
And so the company has folks on okay, now where are we going to use this technology in the future? Because that's what the investors cover on now.
Right.
No one gives a shit about COVID.
Right. Is Pfizer going to be held liable for any of these vaccine injuries that have happened?
I don't think so. Because usually when you give drugs, people if there's a known side effect, it's this, it's included in the FDA label, but it could be. There were lawsuits before where Vioxx and heart attacks.
Really?
Yeah.
Vioxx.
So that wasn't for us. That was another pharma company. Well, they still have to do the monitoring for it over time. So there hasn't been any problems so far. But we'll see. In the next several years, if anything comes up, I'm hoping it won't. Obviously.
Hope nobody's growing 3 legs or something like that, right?
Yeah, or the entire next generation is super up. Could you imagine the scandal? Oh my god. I take Pfizer off my resume. I'm becoming irregular about their menstrual cycle, so people will have to investigate that down the line.
Yeah.
Because that is a little concerning. Because if you think about the science, it shouldn't be interacting with it's called the hypothalamus, pituitary gonadal axis.
Right.
The hormones regulate their menstrual cycles and things like that. And the action shouldn't be interfering with that, so we don't really.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't. No.
But is it?
There's something happening, but we don't always figure out.
Well, you're a urologist, so you must understand what's going on with it, right?
Well, that's why I understand that it's weird.
I've heard that, just menstrual cycles and.
I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
I hope we don't discover something really bad from now on. I hope we don't find out that like there's somehow this mRNA like lingers in the body and then like because it has to be impacting something hormonal to impact menstrual cycles.
Right.
So somehow the vaccine is supposed to be interacting with like the axis signal, the HPG axis, to cause these changes in menstrual cycles. Like think about how this
the HPG axis.
Yeah, it goes like the hypothalamus, pituitary, and then gonads. They send like signals to each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the HPG axis is why the fertility problems are happening.
Yeah, because they control the cycle. So like if anything's impacting that, it must be impacting these hormones somehow. But then we need to figure out like how are they impacting hormones? Because like the signaling starts in like the brain, right? And the vaccine doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier. I will say, like, if it does come down the line where something wrong with the vaccine, then obviously people will, like, criticize, like, the big push. Because there's a lot of social pressure, government pressure, job pressure to get the vaccine. Like, I had to get the vaccine, otherwise I would have gotten fired, right?
Right.
And if something were to happen downstream and it was, like, really bad, I think it would... I mean, the scale of that scandal would be, like, enormous.